Welcome into Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. I'm Jeffrey Cooperstein. Happy Thursday to you guys. The Mavs obviously had a tough one last night against the San Antonio Spurs, but the Phoenix Suns keep losing, so the Mavericks still currently sit 2.5 games above Phoenix with 15 games left. And it looks like the Mavericks are still in good position to make the NBA play-in. We'll see what happens going forward. PJ Washington expected to play tomorrow night, so the Mavericks will get another reinforcement back. And despite how bad the Mavericks continue to play and how injured they continue to be, they are still in a decent position. I did want to get to the bulk of today's show here off the bat, and we got to talk about this new arena situation for the Dallas Mavericks. Last week, it was reported that the Mavericks in the city of Irving had a little bit of a meeting. They had it wasn't a city council meeting, but it was something of the sort where they basically stated their intent to get the Mavericks to Irving at a site adjacent to Texas Stadium that the Adelson family owns to build a new arena for the Dallas Mavericks to play in. Now, first of all, let's just take a look at what the timeline sort of looks like. The Mavericks and the Dallas Stars both have a lease with the American Airlines Center until 2031. So at the absolute earliest, the Mavericks wouldn't move arenas until 2031. And it looks like if they move, it could be out of the city of Dallas for the first time in the franchise's history. The Mavericks obviously started here in Dallas in 1980, and they played in Reunion Arena until 2001, which they moved in to the American Airlines Center where they play currently. It's hard to believe that the Mavericks have been in the American Airlines Center for almost 25 years, and while they are putting a decent amount of money into the AAC right now, it does seem like that the Mavericks and the American Airlines Center are headed towards an eventual divorce where the Mavs are going to be looking for a new home here in the somewhat near-ish future within the next 6 or 7 years or so. And this is part of the reason that Mark Cuban originally sold the team to the Adelsons was because they are real estate people, they are developers, and they do get buildings built, which is what the Mavericks' end goal is, or they're trying to do over the next 6 years, is to try to find a site, get a building built, and build around it. The end goal is for them to build a casino around this arena and try to build a whole resort-style thing where people can come shop, they can stay, they can play, they can do all of this stuff. But, as we all know, gambling is not legal currently in the state of Texas, so they have to get that passed first before they can have this grand master plan of an arena built. The Dallas mayor, Eric Johnson, the other day said they have full intention of keeping the Mavericks in Dallas, and they're going to do what it takes to keep the Mavs in Dallas as well. So it seems like both Irving and the city of Dallas have extreme interest in trying to, in Dallas's case, keep the Mavericks, and in Irving's case, get the Mavericks to move to Irving. And if you guys don't know, Irving is a suburb that is just southwest of Dallas. It borders Dallas, so the current site where this new arena would supposedly be is less than 10 miles away from the American Airlines Center. So it's not like they're moving far out. They're not moving to Frisco, which is 25 miles away from Dallas. It would literally be a 10-minute drive from the AAC to get to the new site. So just some interesting developments on that standpoint. Again, nothing would happen until 2031 when the Mavericks lease at the American Airlines Center in downtown Dallas is up. But just wanted to keep you guys up to date on the latest developments regarding the Mavericks and their current plans, or lack thereof, for a new stadium. Do you want the Mavs to move out of Dallas? Let me know down in the comments. Type Y for yes or type N for no. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. I do want to give a shout out to our sponsor today, which of course is PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. PrizePicks has over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, making daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just click more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. March is basketball season, and make sure you don't miss out on any of the real money action with our friends at PrizePicks, the best place to win that real money action in over 30 states, including California, Georgia, Florida, and of course Texas. They put their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. And when my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. I do have a bit of a 2-player projection for you guys tonight. I'm going to take the more on our boy Luka Doncic, more than 49.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And I'll take the less on Giannis Antetokounmpo, less than 48.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So you can copy my picks or you can make picks of your own. Just please make sure you do it with our friends over at PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive that bonus. It is guaranteed. Again, download the app. Use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. That link will be clickable in the comments and the description of today's show. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. Again, just a couple of thoughts on the Mavericks over the last couple of weeks or so. They are so injured, but this team is playing really hard and they're fighting for their play-in lives. While I and other people may want them to tank and get as many ping pong balls as possible to get the best draft pick possible, it doesn't seem like the Mavericks are going to be doing that. It looks like Anthony Davis is going to make a return to this team here in the next week or two. It looks like Derek Lively may also make a return before the end of the regular season. It's not the decision I would make if I was leading this team, but it seems like they're going to try to make a push for the play-in. At best, this team wins the play-in. They get into the first round. They probably end up losing in the first round, but look, I admire the fact that they're still trying to compete even with everything that's gone on. Now, they did it to themselves because they did trade one of the best players in the league and made it a lot harder on themselves to make said play-in, but nonetheless, I do admire the fact that they're trying to still get something out of this season, even if it is unlikely. Before we get out of here, I did want to show you guys this. I thought it was hilarious. Southwest Airlines earlier today. If you guys missed it, Southwest announced a policy that starting at the end of May, they are going to start charging for bags, which they have not in their entire company's history. They've been the one airline carrier that doesn't charge for bags, but they're now going to do that. Anyways, they were getting flamed on social media. And of course, they ended up posting this this morning where they said, well, at least we didn't trade Luka, but they are charging for bags. No, I just thought this was funny. And it was also a subtle shot there because the Mavericks have a long-standing partner with American Airlines. Again, they are the American Airlines Center, and it has been since it's opened in 2001. So I just thought that was a little funny troll job there by Southwest, who is also a Dallas-based company and is still mad and seeing the effects of the Luka Doncic trade, which we all are. That's going to be it for today's show. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's been a very busy week here at Chat Sports, but I still want to get you guys out the best Mavs content possible. We'll have another video later on this week on the latest Mavericks news and rumors. And of course, if any breaking news happens, we will have you up to date right here on the channel. So stay locked in, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon.